It is a beautiful night from downtown Omaha, Nebraska, as Union Omaha take on FC Tucson in an incredibly exciting USL League One matchup. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Austin David, and as I said, downtown Morrison Stadium. We're playing at Creighton University today. For the first time, Union Omaha is downtown Omaha. Very exciting times for the home side. Let's take a look. Both teams getting warmed up, getting ready to go. Very exciting matchup between these two teams, placed second and fourth, respectively, in USL League One. Let's take a look at those standings. As I mentioned, Union Omaha, if they win tonight, could tie Chattanooga Red Wolves, depending on how the Red Wolves finish out in their game. But first, let's take a look at Evan Conway, who has had a resurgence as of late. Missed part of the season due to injury. Team's leading goal scorer back at it again, finding his form. Very important for this team to not only have Conway, but Greg Hurst finding their forms up top for the Owls. You see Conway scoring his most recent goal against North Texas. And then on the other side, Charlie Dennis, product of Palm Beach Atlantic, the Sailfish in Division II. He had himself a day last week, scoring a hat trick, bumping him up all the way to 6 goals on the season. You see one from open play, one from the spot, and he wasn't done there, leading a comeback against Greenville. Free header in the box. Charlie Dennis finding his form as of late. Going to be a big player to watch this evening for FC Tucson. So with that, we will go ahead and take a break here. Come back with starters from downtown Omaha, Nebraska, coming up here on ESPN+. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to Morrison Stadium, the home of the Creighton Blue Jays, as it's tonight the home of Union Omaha, hosting FC Tucson in this League One matchup. Let's take a look right in the heart of downtown Omaha. Get to that a little bit later. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the home side of Union Omaha. Pretty standard 4-4-2, pretty similar. Only one change from their last match against North Texas. This time, it is Abdul Osumanu at center back. Everything else, pretty par for the course for head coach Jay Mims. On the other side of things for FC Tucson, and interim coach John Perlman. Also pretty standard from him. No real changes from the last match. FC Tucson looking to boost themselves up into more of standing in USL League One, currently at 30 points, looking to put themselves into third over Greenville Triumph, who currently sit behind Union Omaha, a good 7 points behind Union Omaha, I might add. We talked about Morrison Stadium, just how big of a deal this is for Union Omaha to be playing in the heart of downtown Omaha. It's also a big deal for Jay Mims, who, in one sense of the word, kind of helped build this stadium. He was a part of the design plans from back in the day when he was at Creighton as an assistant from 2001 to 2011. The stadium opened in 2003 and has hosted a numerous amount of different events, including the U.S. Women's National Team back in 2010. But mainly, it's been the home of the Creighton men's soccer side, who has been arguably one of the best programs over the last 20 years, partly because of Jay Mims. And now he has taken his talents to Union Omaha over the last couple seasons and has turned themselves into a powerhouse, battling for first place alongside Chattanooga. Should mention that Chattanooga currently tied with New England Revolution 2 at 0-0. If that result holds and Union Omaha win, they are tied for first place in points. But if it so happens that New England Revolution take the lead and beat Chattanooga and Omaha win, they take sole possession of first place. So big ramifications for this game for both sides as we are underway. Union Omaha in their traditional black and lime green, while Tucson in their all white kits. Now this game being at Morrison Stadium, it's a bit of a homecoming for one of the FC Tucson players. Noah Frankie, the fullback, the right back tonight, played his college ball at Creighton. A player that John Perlman believes is one of the best right backs in the league at present. Cleared downfield by Mr. Antonio. Now Charlie Dennis with the ball, knocked out of play. It is a bit of a homecoming as well for Connor Doyle, who originally, before heading overseas, played a spring season with the Creighton Blue Jays, but did move on into much greener pastures, playing for Derby County over in the UK. Miscue pass there. Omaha looking to move quickly. Conway has it knocked off his foot. It's going to be out for a goal kick. Talked about Conway a little bit in the opener, just how important he was to the team last year. So far this season, just 3 goals in 9 appearances. As we mentioned, Mitch missed a lot of time. But with that goal against North Texas just last week, he's starting to find his form a little bit. Jay Mims said he's incredibly important to the forward line, and having him healthy only boosts their attack, considering that Greg Hurst has 9 goals in 20 games. The big thing for Hurst is he's in the running for the Golden Boot. Currently 3 behind the league leader. But high pressing from Omaha and a foul in the midfield. With a hefty challenge as well. Maxi Schenfeld took the brunt of the challenge. Hefty challenge from Devin Boyce. Schenfeld still down. Just 3 minutes in, we've already had some very high pressing from Omaha, but that's their game. They want to control the pace of play, want to move the ball quickly. These two teams have already faced each other. Back on August 14th, FC Tucson took the loss as Union Omaha won 1-0. fact, Omaha is undefeated against Tucson all time. Ball looking down the line. Ali Hodzic trying to make the run for Omaha. Playing a little bit of a 10 role tonight. Ball lofted over top. Alone heads it away. Souza. A lot of miscued passes from both sides so far tonight. Again, still early goings, but it is a new field, even though it is the home side for Omaha. This is a field that they're not necessarily used to playing on. Your usual field at Werner Park, currently being used for minor league baseball, which is one of the reasons that they're playing here tonight. Playing at a baseball field has some advantages. Gives you a bit of a narrower park, gives you more of a intimate feel, especially when you're a high-pressing team. The narrower field allows you to really push numbers and exert just a little bit less energy. With this being more of an open field, may lend a little bit more to Tucson's favor. Shaq Adams now into the midfield. Overlapping run for Noah Frankie. Cross into the box, player down, and the goal is scored, but they're gonna call a penalty. So they did not let advantage go, and instead, it'll be a spot kick for FC Tucson. Ball overlapping for Noah Frankie. Beautiful ball in, and a trip from Ferti Souza. The finish was put away by Maxi Schenfeld, but the referee blew it back. So now Rashid Nuhu has a chance at it. So instead of a goal for Schenfeld, it's going to be a penalty kick for Charlie Dennis to potentially add his 4th goal in 2 games. Meanwhile, Rashid Nuhu, currently the league leader in terms of the Golden Glove. Who will win this battle early on? Dennis versus Nuhu. The lefty steps up and finishes. Charlie Dennis scores again and gives the away side an early advantage. What turned into a goal for Maxi Schenfeld ends up being a goal for FC Tucson anyways, but this time it's Charlie Dennis with his 4th goal in just 2 games, and we're only 7 minutes into this match. To note just for FC Tucson, Charlie Dennis is now tied for the team lead in goals. He came into last week's game against Greenville with only 3. He's now got 7, tied for Shaq Adams for the team lead. And now Omaha forced to play from behind on their temporary home field. Ali Hodzic in for Conway now. Skiers. Malone. Bit sharper passing here from Union. Ali Hodzic. Bosnian native. Out wide to Villader. So dangerous on that left side. Villader blasting through the left side. Gets tangled up. Ball is taken away by Delgado. Outside the boot pass. The ball will die in front of Blake Malone, allowing Omaha to reset. Damian Villader. Pass with his right foot, looking down. It's a good run from Greg Hurst. Hurst now steps inside. It takes a deflection, loose in the 18 and cleared away. A hefty boot through the ball and out of play. chance from Hearst and Union Omaha. Still plenty of time in this game. We expect to see a lot more coming from the home side. Tipped up for Hearst, headed away by Mastrantonio. Through into the midfield now. Bit of a battle. Ali Hodzic. Out wide now, Doyle. Pulled back. Viader dances. Trying to get the cross in. It's blocked well. Frankie puts his boot into it. Popped up in the air by Malone. Tipped up by Dennis. Nothing called. Omaha have reset. Viader. Looking for the pass. Just a bit too far from Malone. All the way back now for Schenfeld. Put up in there by Malone. Omaha looking to settle things down. Still playing behind, thanks to the early goal from Charlie Dennis. In what should have been a goal from Maxi Schenfeld, but the referee called for a penalty instead. Either way, FC Tucson with a much needed early goal. The way this Union Omaha team play, you don't expect it to remain this scoreline for too much longer. Conway taken down by Noah Frankie. No call, and the fans are none too happy about it. Frankie continuing. Ali Hodzic takes it away and then taken right back by Noah Frankie. A battle through the midfield, and finally a whistle goes, and it's a foul on Evan Conway. Tempers flaring from both sides here early on as a multitude of challenges go with no whistle, and finally it boils over to a yellow card. Take another look at this sequence of events. Frankie waiting for the whistle. Ali Hodzic picks his pocket. Frankie pulls it back. And as Ali Hodzic was down, play continued in the midfield. And Evan Conway comes through Gio Calixtro. Oh, they're not giving it to Evan Conway. They are instead giving it to Connor Doyle. So the referee made a note saying that the yellow card was mistakenly given to Conway, and instead it should have been to Connor Doyle. You saw he made the note with his hands. A bit of mistaken identity here in the 11th minute. Or back in the 11th minute, I should say. Now, after all of that, it's like we're finally ready to get back underway. Booted by Mastrantonio. Dennis down. Ball's going to be out for a goal kick. Bit of indecision by the assistant referee. Bang bang play on that corner side. She knew who will put this one back into play. It's 13 minutes into this game. Tucson up 1-0. Penalty from Charlie Dennis. See the downtown Omaha scene in the background. And play is whistled dead, much to the dismay of Devin Boyce. Looked to be a handball in the buildup. You can see just how many chances are building for Union Omaha. Danger men up top in Hearst and Conway. Boyce and Doyle on the wings. Ali Hodzic, who loves getting forward. There's another foul, Dennis. Quick work of that, but ball right back into play. Boyce into the midfield. Doyle. Ali Hodzic now. Good cutting pass now into the midfield for Boyce. Loose ball. Pounded over top. And Wallace Lapsley will keep it in play. Lapsley played in every single game thus far for FC Tucson. Man out of UC Davis. 11 games for the New York Red Bulls 2 side in 2020. Back in action, good touch by Conway. Bit of a heavy one though at the end of it. Again, just quick movement here from Union Omaha. Hurst out wide. Here's Boyce now overlapping is Souza. Challenged by Schenfeld. Ball into the box. And Frankie's going to get the last touch on it. It's going to be a volley attempt. Frankie's going to let that one run. And Lapsley is able to dive on it despite Boyce charging in to try and win it back. Getting more building here for Union Omaha. The Owls looking incredibly dangerous. Souza dancing on Schenfeld. Frankie can't get enough on it, and it's a volley attempt from Boyce, who makes the second attempt on it as Lapsley dives to secure the ball. It's a heavy touch in the midfield. Shaq Adams couldn't handle it. Out wide now for Souza. Souza with the left, going for Hurst. Pull back. Excellent win back again from Boyce. Ali Hodzic now. Viadair looking for the ball in. It's a beautiful one. Cut out just at the right moment by Kalen Fox. It's now Schenfeld. It's Charlie Dennis putting his head up. Intercepted. For the moment by Skiers, and Skiers is taken down. And a little bit of frustration. Take another quick look. Dennis battling with Skiers and with Boyce, and then in comes Derry Korth. Not too happy about that whistle. Meanwhile, Ferti Souza. Nifty little back heel by Maxi Schenfeld. Confident play from Tucson with the ball. Just need to be a bit more sharper. As Doyle able to get the ball away. He is writhing in pain. Play goes on. Advantage being played by our head referee on the evening, Jervis Santaga. Ball sent through. Hurst is there. Hurst tries to round the keeper, but it's offside. The fans cheer, but it is for naught, as Hurst a step too far off. You can see the Omaha players incensed with the call. They thought it was put away by Conway on the rebound. Doyle having a chat with Antaga. It's a very intimate atmosphere here at Morrison Stadium. As the boos rain down, you take another look. Viadair's outside the boot pass from Boyce in. It was Conway who put it away at the end, but you can see they're stopped for the offside. Ali Hodzic let it run. Ends up coming back for Omaha. Souza tries to pop it over top for Boyce, and he does so. Here's Kone now. He said his name too much. Playing as the number 6 tonight for FC Tucson. Ball looking over top. It's Intercepted fairly easy by Osumanu. Giving right back, Delgado now. Kone. Dennis looking over top, pointing. Schenfeld overran it. Souza intercepts. Souza looking for options. He finds one down the line. It's Evan Conway. Conway with the header. Tries to touch it, and it ends up going wide. A bit of a tricky bouncing ball for Evan Conway to try and take down. And yet another opportunity for Union Omaha from that long ball. Hurst and Conway making those runs, always going to be incredibly dangerous up top. We take another quick look at that one offside play. Incredibly close, as Boyce and Union Omaha may have a case for it. In the meantime, it'll be a free kick coming for Union Omaha. So an early opportunity just a minute ago from Evan Conway. And now a free kick coming for the Owls of Union Omaha. Santaga, the head referee, just having another quick chat. So 21 minutes into the game, Tucson leading 1-0 thanks to a penalty from Charlie Dennis. I'll look to bring it back on their temporary home turf. Ball into the box and cleared away, at least for the moment. There, getting a touch on it and wins it back for the Owls. Ali Hodzic, long ball, headed down, and a try from Greg Hurst. And not a bad one at that. Conway and Hurst again combining to create havoc in the back line for FC Tucson. Now Dennis chipping the ball over top. It's a good one for Derry Korf. Korf looking for options, doesn't have any, so he plays it back for Kone. Delgado now into the midfield. Schenfeld forced to play it back. A bit more methodical with his passes on the way back. Master Antonio for Schenfeld. Excuse me, Derry Korf. Korf plays it in. It's loose for Calistro, and eventually cleared away by Souza. Ended up in the air by Hurst. Now back with Frankie for Tucson. A 1-2 there, blocked away by Doyle. Via Dare. Into the midfield now for Boyce. Good pressure here from Tucson. But now Omaha break. And that is well offside from Greg Hurst. At least 4 or 5 steps as the assistant referee's flag goes up. Again, Conway and Hurst proving to be the dynamic duo up top for Omaha. The only thing missing is the goal. But you gotta feel the way the game's been going that it is coming. Meanwhile, Tucson playing with that 1-0 lead, but still looking for more. Not shying away. Playing against one of the best defensive teams in the league right now. Of course, the last time these two teams played, it was 1-0 the other way. Union Omaha taking that match back on August 14th. That was in Tucson. The lone goal scored by Kone. Only on the bench, I believe. Bit of a heavy touch. Boyce falls down. Asking for a foul, but didn't see too much in that. Pocket picked here by Conway. Conway now, he's got Hurst. Hurst still trying the 1-2. All a little bit behind Greg as he was trying to play it. Let's take another quick look at this one offside play. It looked like Hurst was offside at the beginning of it, but Mastrantonio may have kept him on. And I think it was, in fact, an onside from Hurst. So yet another opportunity from Omaha looked to have been taken away by the assistant on the far side. The first one was the Hurst block shot that ended up with Conway finding the back of the net. And this time it was Hurst making the run. In the meantime, it'll be a corner for the Owls. Viader curls one into the box, and it's going to be claimed by Lapsley. See Tucson, one of the hottest teams in the league right now, since making their coaching change a couple months ago. Bringing John Perlman in. Knocked away by Malone. Very quickly, we'd like to thank these awesome restaurants in the Omaha metro area for providing team meals to our players during the 2021 season. Chick-fil-A Bellevue, Vitality Bowls, Papio Pit Barbecue, The Corner Kick, and Poca Cantina and Beacon Hills. We appreciate your support and team meals during our 2021 season. Bit of a battle there as Osumanu taking down Calistro. A free kick for Tucson. Take another quick look. Bit of a bear hug and a push down from Milal Osumanu. Out of play. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball sponsor of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. The latest in products and special team offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. In the meantime, we'll have a free kick coming for Tucson. Charlie Dennis will eventually take it. Santaga just setting the lines. Frankie to his right. This is going to instead look into the box. It's a good one. And a bit of a tricky one originally for Rashid Nuhu. But he played the bounce well and was able to gobble it up. It's popped up in the air by Nuhu. Underneath it is Skiers, he gets it off. Here's Boyce. Doyle now cuts it back. Hurst is in the box now. He cuts it back for Doyle, but it's intercepted. Well done by Noah Frankie once again. Frankie, a late signing by this FC Tucson side. Last from distance can be gobbled up again by Lapsley. Not too much challenging him from Boyce on that one. Back to Noah Frankie very quickly. He's actually had a very serious leg injury where he missed a lot of time. A late signing by Tucson just a couple months ago. Finally getting some playing time here and going to be a very dangerous fullback, able to get up and down the field. Not showing anything from his leg injury. A poor turnover by João Delgado. Now Souza driving forward. Out wide for Conway. Ali Hodzic. Trips up top. Viader is going to be able to just be unable to make it. As we approach the 30-minute mark, ball goes out for a goal kick. And statistically, if you weren't looking at the score sheet, you would probably think that Union Omaha would be ahead in this game. Very even in terms of possession. This ball is going to be kept in play. Doyle heads it down, knocked out by Dennis. So it'll be a throw for Villader and the Owls. And looking for Hurst, Villader is able to claim it after it's headed away. Switched over for Souza. Charging down Derry Korf is Souza. So he'll just pull it back. Ali Hodzic now. Ball into the box. Looks like it may have been a handball. Cleared away. Bit of a high boot there from Osumanu, and it'll be a free kick coming for Tucson. Once again, exciting USL League One action here this evening. Tucson leading thanks to a penalty from Charlie Dennis in the 7th minute. And I am Austin David here, bringing you all the action for this evening. We'll get an update on all of the scores from League One here in about 20 minutes at halftime, along with some of the highlights from last week and the schedule for next week. We're coming towards the end of the season. For Union Omaha right now, this is technically one of their home games, being in downtown Omaha, Nebraska, but 5 of their last 7 matches of the season, not including this one, are at home in their normal venue of Werner Park. So a very beneficial schedule for Union Omaha to finish out the season. But in the here and now, Tucson looking dangerous as Gio Calistro is taken down, and it will be another card, this time shown for Emir Ali Hodzic. Ali Hodzic. Great move by Calistro, getting through 2. Ali Hodzic, good job breaking up the play and sacrificing himself a little bit for the 2nd yellow card for Omaha this evening. Only 2 yellow cards shown, both Union Omaha players so far. 1 for Doyle, now 1 for Ali Hodzic. Tucson look to capitalize on this set-piece opportunity. It'll be Maxi Schenfeld who will take this one. Good ball into the box, popped up in the air. Doyle is underneath it, and cleared nicely by Doyle. Right to Schenfeld. We'll put it right back into the mixer. It is going to be headed on target by Mohamed Kone. But Rashid Nuhu is right there in good position. Not enough power on that header from Kone. Popped up in the air. A few headers later. Tried to be backheeled by Delgado, but instead he turns it over. It's an opportunity for Hurst. He plays it off for Conway. Conway's got some space. He pulls it back. Conway shoots it over top. It just got stuck under Evan Conway's foot. Some good defending by FC Tucson at the very end of it. But Villader combining with Hurst and Conway, and Schenfeld getting a big touch on it just to knock Conway off enough for him to try and settle it back again, taking him out of his momentum and forcing him to shoot it over top. now we're going to have a warning, a last warning for Wallace Lapsley here in the 34th minute for time wasting. A little bit early for that. Don't think he means anything by it. But it is a final warning from head referee Jervis Santaga. Here's Souza now. Spinning around Delgado. And it's going to be kept in play by Derry Korf. Korf battling with Souza. Now Skiers is coming in, wins it back for Omaha, and gives it right back to Charlie Dennis. Schenfeld. Fox now. Dennis pulling some strings in the midfield. A beautiful ball for Noah Frankie, but an even better interception by Connor Doyle. Damia Villader driving through into the midfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Calixtro off for the man who intercepted it, Delgado. The overlap for Derry Korf, poked away for the moment. Delgado tries to chip it over top. No one making that run, and claimed by Rashid Nuhu. And to go very quickly are Omaha. And it is off for Greg Hurst, who battles with Luca Mastrantonio. And a bit of frustration. It'll be a throw-in for Tucson. But you can see Greg Hurst just trying to battle with Mastrantonio, and he did a great job of keeping the strong striker off the ball. Charlie Dennis knocks down Greg Hurst. The referee didn't see much of that. So play continues. Malone into the midfield now as Boyce is taken down. Getting a bit chippy here is the opposite number, Delgado and Boyce getting into it a little bit. Ali Hodzic now off for Villader. Back for Emir Ali Hodzic. Switch for Souza. Chipped into the box. It's going to come down, fired into the side of the net for Devin Boyce. Looks like it took a deflection at the very end of it, so it will be a corner for Union Omaha. Before they take that, there are two clubs battling over the Atlantic Division's playoff spot, the final playoff spot, as they take center stage when the USL on ESPN continues. The Charlotte Independents travel north to Dillon Stadium to take on Hartford Athletic on Thursday, September 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Both USL League One and USL Championship seasons coming to a head. Boyce ball into the box, cleared by his opposite number, Delgado. Hurst, back for Doyle. Doyle, the former DC United man, switches it off. Here's Villader. Looks for the ball into the box. It's a good one. Just a bit too high, and Wallace Lapsley able to claim it. So you can see Wallace Lapsley directing a bit of traffic, sending his players forward so he can boot it into the beautiful Omaha night sky. And they give it right back as Gio Calistro. Foul in the back. Boyce plays it through, bit of a heavy touch from Hurst, and he gives it right away. Schenfeld over top, Calistro over top. Now Derry Korf, no numbers forward, so he pulls it back. Ball now into the box, and it's going to go right back for Nuhu. Ball over top for Conway. He gets a touch on it. Not enough to control it. Just two defenders there. Eventually cleared by Noah Frankie. Osumanu pops it up in the air. Here's Ali Hodzic now. On the ground for Boyce. Boyce able to turn around Schenfeld. It's a foot race. Schenfeld and a bit of tugging and dragging, and this time it's going to be a foul on Devin Boyce. And Maxi Schenfeld pretty happy about getting that foul, and you see the wry smile on Devin Boyce's face. It's just a bit of pushing and tugging. Now Frankie trying to go down the line is going to be taken away. Definitely seeing a very physical game between these two teams. Like I mentioned earlier, Tucson, one of the hottest teams in the league. They haven't lost a game since August 21st. They've won 4 of those 6 and have put themselves squarely in playoff position. Well done by Kalen Fox, at least for the moment. Cleared away by Schenfeld. Dennis has his pocket picked and just cleared away by Mohamed Kone, just for safety. Schenfeld heads it down. Ball pings around a multitude of times, still not settled by either team. Finally by Doyle, who tries the one-time ball, ends up turning it right back over. Here's Dennis out on the far side for Derry Korf. Beautiful ball chipped over top. Korf is into the box, waiting for runners to come in. He cuts it back, and again, Derry Korf plays it on the ground, and Rashid Nuhu able to compose himself just enough to make the save. Excellent individual effort by Derry Korf on the far side, sending Souza once, and then another time with the fake cross, getting himself into some space, closed down by Malone, just enough. Both teams back and forth. The only difference is Tucson has the 1 goal. Doyle playing at 1-2. On way back for Doyle. There. Ali Hodzic. 42nd minute here between Omaha and Tucson. Charlie Dennis's goal, the difference so far. Souza looking for options. He's got an overlapping run of Boyce and finds him. Boyce has it taken away by Maxi Schenfeld. It'll be a throw for the Owls. Souza picks his head up. Lefty ball into the box, cleared away for the moment. Conway goes down trying to settle the ball, and instead it's going to be knocked out for another throw for Omaha. Here is Villader. Driving through the defense. Pulls it back for Doyle. Ali Hodzic out wide for Souza. Space closing fast. Ball is into the box looking far post. Wallace Lapsley reads that well. Able to grab it with 2 players for Omaha waiting on the back post. Delgado back for Schenfeld. Again, a reminder as we approach halftime. Our first half highlights, as well as highlights from last week in USL League One action. Look at the current scores and much more, so be sure to stick around. Frankie now into the midfield. Long ball, looking for Derry Korf. He's going to take it down well, but he is in an offside position. Though I don't think Korf agrees with that. Very British thing for the finger wag. All over top, another offside flag. You got to think Union Omaha is none too happy with the assistant referee tonight. Taking away 2 potential goals, or at least 1 potential goal and 1 potential chance. That's still plenty of time in this match. Although we approach halftime with Tucson up top. Schenfeld now. Into the pocket for Calistro. Kone. Korf. He is taken down, and Souza whistled for the foul. It's another set piece opportunity for the away side. They look to potentially open up a 2-0 lead before the break. Only 1 goal in this half. Don't expect too much stoppage time, if any. We will see once we hear how much it will be. Back heel from Charlie Dennis. Passing from Schenfeld all the way back. Mastrantonio driving the ball into the area. Souza, a bit of a tricky ball. It's taken down by Hurst. 3 minutes of stoppage time we will have. So we'll see if either team can pull any stoppage time goals out of this. Tucson in a bit more of a defensive shape right now. Souza cutting inside. Ball roll, Ali Hodzic now. Swings it wide for Viader. Viader, the dangerous man at left back. Off for Ali Hodzic. Souza getting past Korf. He tries the ball into the box. It's going to be knocked away. Ali Hodzic gets it back, though, for the Owls as they were able to maintain possession. Malone. Line-breaking pass into the midfield. Viader out wide now for Doyle. We got a ball into the box. No one making that run on the near post for Omaha, and it's cleared away. Viader looking to move quickly, but no options for him at the moment. Thrown in. Conway was able to poke that back. Ali Hodzic all the way back for Nuhu now. Here's Malone. Take a few steps into the midfield, get it for Skiers. Ali Hodzic again looking for options. Very defensive shape here for Tucson as they look to end the half with this 1-goal advantage. Souza, chip ball over top. It's going to be chested down, popped up in the air, and Noah Frankie will end up clearing it. A good chance from Devin Boyce here at the very end of the first half. Under a minute left to go. Claims for handball. Instead, we play on. Hurst has his pocket picked. And Hurst commits the foul. Just a bit of frustration boiling over from the home side. Down a goal. A few potential chances on goal taken away from them. 50-50 chance here. Play on, says the referee. Out wide for Calistro. Here's Shaq Adams into the box. Cleared downfield by Blake Malone. And that will do it for the first half. A somewhat surprising scoreline at FC Tucson, thanks to Charlie Dennis. Leading here early on. The penalty in the 7th minute, the difference thus far, as Tucson lead Union Omaha 1-0. We'll be back with stats and highlights just after this. You're watching USL League One on ESPN+. We'd like to thank our Awesome restaurants in the Omaha metro area for providing team meals to our players during the 2021 season. Chick-fil-A Bellevue, Vitality Bowls, Papio Pit Barbecue, The Corner Kick, Epoca Cantina, and Beacon Hills. We appreciate your support for the 2021 season. Tonight we would also like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union Ball Kids. If you want to be a Centris Ball Kid at the next Union Omaha match, visit unionomaha.com/community to sign up. Thanks to Nebraska State Soccer for helping us select the Centris Ball Kids. And Union Omaha will be facing North Texas at home against Sunday, September 19th. Make sure you tune in at 6 p.m.
At Nebraska Medicine, we're serious about safety. Every extraordinary measure we take is for you and you, so you can get the expert care you need today at every one of our locations. Together, we're elevating our world-leading safety protocols, implementing new social distancing guidelines, and offering care anywhere with telehealth, all so you can continue being your extraordinary you.
Back here at Morrison Stadium, halftime between Union Omaha and FC Tucson. Let's take a look at some highlights around League One.
Week 24 ended with a wild night of soccer in 3 different cities, 7 game-tying goals in 3 matches, 14 goals in total, and we start in the upstate of South Carolina. Tucson making the journey over to take on the Greenville Triumph. Charlie Dennis getting the scoring going early on in the match with his goal on past Dallas J. And it was Greenville that would equalize on their home field. Aaron Walker at the PK spot, and 1-1 in Greenville. Greenville able to get back on top, though, with the help of Lomas, Booth, and then Aaron Walker. A brace on the night for Walker, as he has found his goal-scoring form of late. 2-1 Greenville. But wait, more PKs in this one. 1 for each side. It's the 8th time that's happened in league history, as Tucson getting yet another goal from Charlie Dennis, this time from the spot. A brace for him, but wait, a hat trick coming to him. 3-2, Tucson leads it off of the corner kick. Tucson, when this one is all set and done, 4th draw after conceding the first goal, 10 points after giving up the opening goal in a match as well throughout this season. Greenville able to find that draw in this one, find that point at home. Lapsley, huge miscue there, giving up some points for Tucson. Nico Brown, his first goal for Greenville. 3-3, Greenville and Tucson in the upstate of South Carolina. Both stay 3rd and 4th at the moment in the League One table. And Tucson, of course, keeps that unbeaten streak alive at 6. Omaha, North Texas, draws in their last 3 meetings here in USL League One. Viader gets the scoring going early on with his 5th of the season, powering one in from the top of the box for the left back of Union Omaha, as they led on the road early on. North Texas, they would respond through El Medcar and their build-up here in Choctaw Stadium. On by Nuhu it goes, and 1-1 between the two sides on this Sunday night. Now, North Texas, we know they can spread it. They love to score and get the ball on down the field, and they do that right here to take the 2-1 lead against Nuhu and Union Omaha. Vargas with the goal into net on this one. North Texas has led in 9 of its 11 home matches this season. 3 more matches at home still to come for them as we finish off the season. Evan Conway, injury troubles the last few months. Good to see him get a goal back here, and once again in his career, it's against North Texas, tying things up 2-2 and salvaging a point for Union Omaha. Did need to see some work late from North Texas on defense and against Evan Conway as well to keep this at 2-2, but they get it done North Texas winless in their last 7. Union Omaha not able to equalize on the table with Chattanooga, but they do have 2 matches in hand on the Red Wolves as we continue into week 25 this week. Curry and Fort Lauderdale getting things going early on in the first half with a goal here on past Pablo Jara, who unfortunately had to leave the match due to injury in the 28th minute. Carlos Aviles, the former North Texas SC keeper, coming in instead as the match went deeper into the night. Marco Micheletto getting some help from Azad Liadi here. Liadi 5 goals in his last 4 matches, has been so strong in his goal scoring form of late in the second half of the campaign. Included in that run, 4 straight matches he has scored a goal. George Acosta, he loves the assist, but he loves the goal of late. 3 goals in the last 4, including this one, scooping it over the top of Aviles, who came on for the injured Jara, and getting Fort Lauderdale back on top, 2-1 in this battle. Marco Micheletto, though, he wanted to get into double figures goal scoring this season. He does here with this header, equalizing everything at 2-2. And also in the League One record books, tied for second in career scoring, just 1 behind Emiliano Terzaghi at this point. And here's your scoreboard from Sunday night. 14 goals, but just 6 points awarded. Crazy night in USL League One that leaves more questions than answers entering week 25. Coming up, more halftime. We'll take a larger look around the USL.
Today, as you step onto the field, as you defend and attack, as you move swift, quick, like you were made for this, know that you do not do so alone. With each step, you run with all of the women before you and all of the women that will come after you. A stampede of mujeres blazing a trail on fire. Time cannot catch you. Para ti no existen los límites. You come from women that transformed pain into victory. Women that accepted impossible as a challenge. A challenge is brought to you and you do not turn away. Your journey today awaits you and you do not step down. You step into your purpose. You step strong. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para, could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant!
Second half of FC Tucson Union Omaha coming up, but first, news and notes from around the league. The Super League is coming. USL Super League starting in 2023. Hispanic Heritage Month going on through October 15th. You can visit Hispanic Heritage. And of course, Tucson's at Charlie Dennis hat trick. The 3-3 draw this past Sunday. Take a look at the schedule. Tomorrow, North Carolina and North Texas are playing, and then on to next week. We've got some premier matchups around League One. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the scores from around the league now. Just a moment ago, New England Revolution took down the Chattanooga Red Wolves, the 10-man Chattanooga Red Wolves, 1-0. Richmond winning against Toronto FC 1-0, and Madison currently up on Greenville at halftime. And welcome back here. Second half just about to get underway between Union Omaha and FC Tucson. Tucson leading 1-0 right now, thanks to a very early goal from Charlie Dennis, his 4th goal in 2 games after his hat trick last week against Greenville. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this first 45. It was a very even game, a very physical game. A lot of fouls in between, and a lot of chances
Overlapping
for
run
both
Noah
teams.
Frankie. Cross into the box, player down.
As you see, the ball went in the back of the net. Noah Frankie passed the ball across the face of goal. Maxi Schenfeld puts it into the back of the net, but the referee called it back for a penalty, which Charlie Dennis delivers in to put the visitors ahead in the 7th minute. Charlie Dennis putting his hands into his ears. Here is the chance very late on in the first half from Evan Conway. And again, Maxi Schenfeld in perfect position to knock over the ball just enough to get it away. Then Derry Korf cutting not once but twice on Ferti Souza. But it was Rashid Nuhu, one of the league leaders in save percentage, making the save, and well, that's all she wrote for the first half. Still plenty of time left as you see some of the stats. More possession for Omaha, more shots for Omaha. But as you see, the shots on target have been in favor of FC Tucson. Now here we are getting ready for this second half. Some very big implications just happened a few minutes ago around USL League One. The current league leading Chattanooga Red Wolves, playing with 10 men, fell to the New England Revolution 2 in a 96th minute goal, which means that Chattanooga remains at 40 points in the league. Union Omaha, with currently a game in hand, at 38. If they can come back to win this game, they take sole possession of first place in USL League One. Even a point here tonight to take advantage of Chattanooga dropping points could put them in position in a very interesting battle as we approach the end of the season between first and second. But literally with one of the last kicks of the game, New England Revolution 2 and Damien Rivera scoring on a counterattack to win the game. Can't get much better than that. Let us hope for some exciting action here in the second half at the temporary home of Union Omaha. Morrison Stadium in downtown Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Creighton University and the Blue Jays men's soccer program. Again, you see our head referee, Jervis Atagana, just having a chat with our coaches, making sure that everybody knows what's going on. I'm sure both coaches are probably a little bit frustrated with some of the calls and non-calls throughout the match. But it's up to the discretion of the referee to decide what is and what isn't. So he's probably explaining some of his decisions to the coaching staff of Union Omaha and Jay Mims on this near side. And now the only thing we need to play is the ball, which he does have in his hands. Spending one last bit of moments for Ferti Souza and Emir Ali Hodzic. As FC Tucson and Gio Calistro will kick things off for the final 45 minutes here this evening. Once again, around USL, you have Greenville and Madison currently playing. They've just started the second half themselves. Forward Madison currently leading Greenville 1-0, which again has implications for this game as we kick off the second half, because FC Tucson is currently 1 point behind Greenville. So if that result stands and this result stands, then Tucson jumps Greenville in the standings into third. And then you have these two teams here at second and third. So a lot to play for both sides, and they're playing like they know it. Very physical, very, very exciting match here. As we continue on, Blake Malone. Omaha, once again in their black tops, black bottoms, and neon green socks. Tucson in their all whites. Get it down, Schenfeld gets the last touch on it. Conway is running after it, Schenfeld cuts it back. Maxi Schenfeld, a shift he has put in through the first 45 at left back. Denying a multitude of chances. Probably should have had the goal to his credit early in the first half. But instead it went to Charlie Dennis on the penalty spot. All switched over. Malone calling up Devin Boyce. Boyce circling back and just gets it back to the back line. Skiers now driving into the midfield. Gets it out wide, trying to find Boyce on the overlap, and well, it may have been trying to find somebody else. Instead, it goes in between the two. So here is Maxi Schenfeld to throw it back in for Tucson. Popped up and out of play by Skiers. Ball is thrown in by Schenfeld. Back for Maxi. Cleared downfield. Run for Osumanu and heads it back to Nuhu. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only source for 24-hour soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Back to action here is Souza. Back heel from Hurst. Trying for Conway, and it's going to be intercepted. Delgado out wide. Here's Noah Frankie just pulling it back. Lapsley drives it downfield, looking for Shaq Adams. So play it back to the midfield for Charlie Dennis. Dennis out of Palm Beach Atlantic University, the Sailfish of Division II. Played back 2016 and 17. Taken down is Schenfeld. A bit of jawing between Schenfeld and Boyce, who've been going at each other all game. Just a bit of tangled feet between the two. Schenfeld went down. Derry Korf trying to play it without the referee being ready, and now the referee is ready, but he is not. So instead of Derry Korf taking it, it'll be Maxi Schenfeld. He plays one into the box. Dennis taken down at the top. So you can hear some frustration from the coaching staff. Ball is going to be driven almost over top. Rashid Nuhu was able to keep it from going out of play. You could hear a moment ago coaching staff asking the referee to control the game. So important, especially as this game gets more and more physical. And speaking of, Mastrantonio colliding with Evan Conway, I believe, who is down on the ground now, pulling the back of his head. So we'll take another quick look. He's coming right into the back of Conway. And Mastrantonio, I believe, will go into the book. So Luca Mastrantonio, the first Tucson player to go into the book tonight. Third yellow card of the night. Doyle and Ali Hodzic for Union Omaha went to the book in the first half. And now the tall center back for FC Tucson will join him. And Evan Conway may have to come off for this play because it was a head injury. So instead of him having to come off, the trainers give him a quick check and he is good to go. It'll be Villader getting ready to put this one into play. Ball will hit into the box. Players down, Conway is down. And Doyle will side volley it into the back line. Switched off. Villader now on the right side. Plays it through here. Boyce now taken down as Hurst. Hurst, top of the box, trying to play it over to the opposite side. Down the line here for Conway. Ball into the back post. It's headed up and over top. It's, I believe, going to be a corner because Lapsley knocked it from inside the net out. So it was Greg Hurst with that last touch, but it'll be a corner coming for Union Omaha. Great little cutting pass for Conway. Looking back post, Hurst had it knocked off Schenfeld. And you can see Lapsley just reaching through the top of the net to knock it back into play. A bit of trickeration. Lapsley almost got away with it, but the assistant ref saw it and called it for a corner. Here is Devin Boyce. Long ball to the opposite side. Villader is going to settle under it. He'll put a ball into the box. Schenfeld gets a touch on it. Volleyed by Ali Hodzic battling for it. USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more information, visit usl-academy.com. The future is very bright for a multitude of the academies. You see so many professional players as Conway goes down. So many professional players coming from academies. We've seen it in years past. Players who are even currently playing college soccer had a few moments of professional play. So USL rules allow a limit to how many games you can play professionally if you are still eligible for college. Into the box, headed down and just missing. But it seemed like Wallace Lapsley had that read the entire way. Goal kick coming for Tucson, and they'll take it quickly. Schenfeld. Charlie Dennis just playing it back. Keelan Fox pressured for Ali Dolgit. Dennis now. Korf. Back for Dennis. Switching ball to the opposite side, Frankie. And it's knocked off Shaq Adams. He knocked it off Villader. Delgado. Into the midfield for Kone. Good possession here from Tucson as they work methodically up the field. Korf. Tries it off for Schenfeld. He's going to get there. Back post try for the cross, and it's going to be no one there for Tucson. Damian Villader will run back the opposite way for Omaha. And it's going to be pulled back by Shaq Adams. And it's going to be a yellow card for Adams. So 2 cards for either team now, as the second player for FC Tucson goes into the book in Shaq Adams. There's a hesitation from Damian Villader, and it's a smart play by the left back, slowing up his play as he felt a contact, and ends up getting the foul and the yellow card for FC Tucson's top scorer. Villader plays it back for Osumanu. Outside the boot pass, looking for Hurst, and it's just going to be cleared away by Master Antonio. One will, in fact, stay in play. Is Osumanu able to keep it from going out? Now Omaha will look to build quickly. Ali Hodzic had the one-time pass to Souza. Ali Hodzic will just let it run out of play. 3 distinct changes in game plan for both sides as they've come out of the locker rooms. 10+ minutes gone so far as Evan Conway takes a tumble. And again, Master Antonio is bodying off the striker for Omaha. Delgado goes down, and that may be viewed as a bit of a frustration foul by Conway. You can see a very good job defensively from FC Tucson, just frustrating both Hurst and Conway up top. They've gotten excellent chances in terms of getting into the attacking third, but Tucson has done incredibly well in shutting down those opportunities, not just the back 2 in Kalen Fox and Luca Mastrantonio, but Maxi Schenfeld and Noah Frankie have done equal parts on the wings to really neutralize this potent Omaha attack. Damian Villader, another one of those players that can be very dangerous down the wing. Scored a beauty of a goal just past weekend. Headed up in the air by Malone. Villader will just let that one go out of play. Villader in his 20 games this season, second on the team in goals scored with 5. Not often you see your left back doing stuff like that. Bit of a dangerous ball here as Nuhu chested down, but the flag was up anyways. Could have turned into something interesting if that had continued to play on. Skiers. Boyce over top. A chance here for Omaha, and it goes begging as Connor Doyle skies the effort. Excellent build-up again for Omaha, but can't find the finish. So take another look. Great ball over top from Devin Boyce. Just a bit of a heavy touch from Connor Doyle, the veteran midfielder. Skies it with his left. And Omaha continue to look for their first goal of the night. You've seen a number of those chances this evening from Omaha, just from balls over top, getting Hurst and Conway involved into the play. It's been a mixture of good defending and missed chances. Speaking of good defending, the combination of Schenfeld and Mastrantonio. Popped up in the air by Kone as he was able to clear it fully. Ali Hodzic now for Villader. Villader plays it through. A chance for Doyle to cross it in. It's going to come here for Hurst. Hurst blocked. Corner kick coming. Again, another opportunity for Omaha, and even more of an opportunity for the fans to get involved. It's a good contingent have made it out here to Morrison Stadium. Of course, you have the local Omaha, Nebraska natives, as well as the students from Creighton University. Just a walk away. Ball's gonna be into the box. Only white shirts there to meet it. As Doyle tries the one-time cross or shot. And we have a stoppage as it was offside on the original ball on the far side. I believe it was Boyce who came in from an offside position. Let's take another look at that one and only goal so far. Charlie Dennis from the spot blasts it with his left foot. 4 goals in 2 games now for the midfielder. Now we're on the other side for Shaq Adams. The ball's out for a goal kick. Danger here from Union Omaha as they turn it over. Dennis taken out by Ali Hodzic, and that's dangerous. Ali Hodzic on a yellow. And you can see the entire FC Tucson players begging the referee for the second yellow. But I don't think the referee will give it. Jervis Atagana sending the players away. Take another look. Dennis doing well to get past Ali Hodzic. He may be lucky to still be in the game, the way this game has gone. You can see Schenfeld and Dennis still talking. Meanwhile, Terry Korf is ready to go. Another dangerous set-piece opportunity here for FC Tucson as they look to open up a double-goal lead on the home side, Union Omaha, a team that does not often concede at home, especially multiple goals, shall I say. So here is Korf. He drives it over top. Bit of a old college try for Rashid Nuhu to make it look nice on the attempt, but that ball was always sailing over top. Ball's going to be taken for a moment, all the way back now for Nuhu. New era of Division II professional women's soccer begins in 2023 with the introduction of the USL Super League. Head over to uslsoccer.com/USL Super League to learn more. In the meantime, Shaq Adams driving through the defense, pops it over top, and it just tickles the top of the net and goes out of play. Shaq Adams, the leading goal scorer for Tucson. Should I say co-leader, now that Charlie Dennis has his 7th. Looking to retake that lead on the top of the Tucson scoring charts. He had Kalistra running with him, and Osumanu doing just enough to force the ball over top. Now, if this result holds, it would be Omaha's first loss at home this season. Still very early to start talking about that, but just something to note. Ali Hodzic goes down in the midfield. Skiers wants to take it quickly, but Ali Hodzic still down in a little bit of pain. He's favoring that left leg. And again, Skiers wanted to take it quickly. As soon as Ali Hodzic was up, referee blows it dead and says, let's try again. Boyce. Ball taken away from Conway. It's going to be another free kick, this time a little bit closer up for Omaha. Devin Boyce surveys the field. cuts it through. Here's Hurst, crosses it in. It's going to be blocked away. Charlie Dennis was there, popped in again, back post. Here is Conway, plays it back. Ali Hodzic into the box, headed up in the air by Skiers. Can't get a clean header on it, and it's cleared downfield by Korf. Good bite to the apple here from Omaha. It's off Souza. Schenfeld knocking it off of him. Again, Tucson playing a bit more methodically in this second half, knowing they have that 1-0 lead. Great takeaway by Devin Boyce. Plays it down the line, trying to get it to Conway, but he wasn't making that run in enough time. Master Antonio now drives his left foot away. Souza, looks like a bit of a collision in the midfield. And instead, it'll come away with Derry Korf, the player who was just down a moment ago. And they've got numbers going forward. Here's Calistro, who is flagged for offside. Who plays it quickly. Hurst goes down, nothing called. Fox plays it to midfield now for Kone. Dennis through the line here. Great touch by Calistro, and he's got numbers closing in on him. Ball popped out to the opposite side for Derry Korf. He's able to keep it in play, but absolutely no one for Tucson in the box. Partly by design, as Tucson in a much more defensive shape, try and neutralize this Omaha attack. Osumanu. Via there now. Defended by Adams. Going to come back for Osumanu. Switch now for Malone. Hodzic. Over top for Boyce. Boyce tries the little flick on. Just could not get to it in time as it rolls out of play for a goal kick. Had so many moments for Omaha in this game where they've had great build-up, good chances. Just missing that last bit of quality, last bit of moment of brilliance. Again, talking to head coach Jay Mims before this game, it does almost feel like an away match for Omaha. They had to move their entire locker room, set up all of their gear, all of their banners. They had to move everything here to Morrison Stadium. So even though they are in downtown Omaha, it's not their same feel of locker room. Ball chipped over top. Good shielding by Master Antonio, and another goal kick is coming. We hit the 70th minute. We start to wonder what kind of substitutions we see from both teams. Derry Korf just having a chat with the head referee. Ball back in play. Kone drives it downfield. Kept in play by Adams. And that one's out of play. Last touch by Adams. Omaha look to go quickly. Skiers now. Osumanu switches it off for Malone. Ali Hodzic playing into the middle. Greg Hurst has come all the way up. Trying to create something. Souza. Numbers closing in on him quickly. Here is Hurst. Past one, past two, and eventually cleared off of Hurst. Out of play. Excellent job by Kalen Fox. Again, you just see the sheer numbers defensively back for Tucson, really creating havoc for Omaha to try and get any clean chances offensively, but that is by design here on the road with just over 20 minutes to go. Bit of a smash and grab result here for Tucson, who could move into third place, depending on the other game this evening. Ford, Madison, and Greenville still remain at 1-0 Madison. They are in the 75th minute right now. If that result holds and this result holds, Tucson move up into third place, just 6 points behind Union Omaha. Actually, make that 5 points. This thing's a little bit more interesting over the next coming weeks, for sure. Pass here by Doyle. Out wide for Boyce. Boyce cuts it in, trying to get on his left foot, his least favored foot. Now pops it out wide for Souza. Keeps it in play, and it's going to be last touch by Delgado. Quickly thrown in. Boyce goes down. Kone with a high five for Schenfeld. Nothing given by the referee, but the player remains down, does Devin Boyce. Trainer's asked to come out. Let's take another look at this one. Good touch by Boyce to the end line, and Mohamed Kone may be lucky to get away with that one as he looked to give Devin Boyce the full front of his elbow. Again, potentially the third opportunity to score from Omaha blown dead by the referee as the frustration continues to build. You can hear the boos raining down from the Omaha faithful. Let's take another quick look at this play. Great touch from Boyce into the box. Kone coming in. The shoulder to the head. Didn't raise his elbow. Definitely a dangerous play, but maybe not one that deserved a penalty. Adair loses the ball. Calistro now. Pulling it back for Kone. Let's see, wicked deflection. Schenfeld is going to run under it. Numbers going forward. Here's Korf. Derry Korf, the Englishman, dancing just at the top of the box. Passes it off now. Delgado looking for options. The overlapping run of Noah Frankie. Bit of a poor touch, but he's able to maintain it. The fun fact about Noah Frankie, his younger brother Caleb. Currently a right back, starting right back for UCF. And yet another free kick coming for FC Tucson as Calistro battling with Osumanu, excuse me. And Osumanu called for the foul. Get past Skiers on the first play and then just toppled over by Osumanu is Calistro. So here is Shaq Adams ready to put this ball into the box. He'll leave it off instead for Charlie Dennis. Dennis drives it, and it's right into the waiting hands of Nuhu. target from the lefty, but right into the waiting hands of one of the best goalkeepers statistically in the country. I believe we just had a yellow card, and it was to Gio Calistro, who just a moment ago won the free kick. So a yellow card shown to the FC Tucson striker. As I mentioned a minute ago, Rashid Nuhu currently topping in the race for the Golden Glove. Tim Trilk was potentially at one point. You see Calistro just kind of staying a bit too close to Nuhu. We finally got some substitutions coming. So Amir Ali Hodzic is going to be coming off. And in comes Christian Molina. So Toby Oteno also came in. Devin Boyce has come out. Skiers battling, winning the ball, and winning the free kick in the process as well. So Villadere now into the midfield. Trying to go against 2 and 3. Doyle now gets it off. Oteno, ball into the box. Popped up and out of play. Actually kept in by Souza, who was switched onto the left side. Here's Molina now. Who he subbed in. Souza, ball into the box. Conway, excuse me. Out of play for a goal kick, and we have a substitution now coming for FC Tucson. We've got 3 substitutions, in fact. So we'll bring you these substitutions here as they happen. Derry Korf is going to be coming out. In comes Franco Perez, as well as Kevin Rodriguez and Dakota Barnathan. Barnathan, you got to think, maybe shore up the defense. So Delgado comes out, Barnathan in. Blasts it downfield. Skiers with the header. Conway tries to get to it. Popped up in the air. Put it down. Taken by Oteno now. Back for Toby Oteno. Bit of a 1-2. He's taken out. And that's going to be a card for Mohamed Kone, a yellow card for the defensive midfielder. Take another look at this one. Good job by Oteno. Just going in a bit recklessly. It's Mohamed Kone. And now conceding a dangerous free kick with just under 10 minutes to go. Again, the only goal thus far coming from Charlie Dennis in the 7th minute of the match. The ball in by Villader, popped up in the air, and out of the box for the moment by Calistro. Flicked in the air, Conway gets ahead onto it, it's back post. Calling for a touch is JP Skiers. Referee is giving a goal kick instead. Looked like it may have taken a touch on the way out from Skiers' header. Hard to tell. So instead, it's a goal kick for Wallace Lapsley and Tucson, looking for a famous result on the road. Here's Doyle now, looking threaded through Conway. Top of the box, Conway is taken down, it's a penalty. Evan Conway, the individual effort. And hard done for Kalen Fox, the captain for Tucson, leaving the leg out and dragging down Conway. That is a clear-cut penalty from Kalen Fox as Evan Conway is taken down. And now, Union Omaha, as they have done as of late, looking for a late goal to tie the game. And it will be Damia Villader, the trusty left foot of the fullback, looking for his 6th goal. Or can Wallace Lapsley maintain the shutout here in the 83rd minute? Villader towards the Owls faithful. We'll have to wait another moment. Here is Damia Villader. It's off the post and out. Villader beside himself, as it possibly could have been a last-minute touch by Lapsley onto the post, and somehow that ball does not roll in. It remains a corner for Omaha as they look to capitalize, but it instead will be Lapsley again. Let's take another look at that penalty. Villader just straight off the post, and it was in fact Lapsley's foot that kept it from rolling across the line and instead going out. Heroics from the post and Wallace Lapsley as Tucson maintain this 1-0 lead. Now Noah Frankie is cramping up, and you can hear the boos rain down from the Omaha faithful, but this looks like to be a tried and true cramp. You're running for 84 minutes straight. Another look at this Damia Villader penalty. It looked good just on the inside of the post, and then Wallace Lapsley's trailing foot, floundering around in the air, manages to catch the ball just enough to knock it out of play and stop it from going over the end line and into the back of the net. Could be a very game-defining moment here for FC Tucson, who are now 5 minutes and change away from handing Omaha their first home loss of the season and only their 3rd loss on the year. Still Biotano now. Into the box. Villader is there, but so is Wallace Lapsley. And a foul will be called back in the play, and it'll be a free kick for Omaha, as Omaha players surrounding Wallace Lapsley trying to get the ball back. It's Villader and Conway, and Villader steals the ball away from Lapsley. A yellow card is out and will be shown, but to who remains the question. It will be Maxi Schenfeld, who is currently down, yelling at the referee. The trainer is being called out. Charlie Dennis trying to stretch out his teammate. The yellow card will be shown to Schenfeld in a moment. Trying to be waved on. This will add more into stoppage time, you would think. While we've got a moment, join USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month throughout the month and into October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL. As you see, Jay Mims incensed with what has been happening over the last couple of minutes. Schenfeld is up and the yellow card is shown, and he'll have to come off for the moment until he is waved back on. We'll take another look at exactly what just happened. It was Molina who was taken out on the cross. See a wry smile from Maxi Schenfeld as he's walking right past the Union Omaha bench. Meanwhile, it will be an Omaha free kick as Damia Villader is set to line up to put this one into the dangerous area. A multitude of players in the box for Omaha. But can they come back and equalize after Villader's penalty clanked off the posts? Here is Villader. He's into the box. It's going to come back for Oteno. Shot from distance. It's going to be deflected. Hurst is there now. Hurst goes down. He's tripped up, and it's going to be a goal kick, I believe. Charlie Dennis is now upset. Another whistle from the referee. So Noah Frankie unable to continue. So instead, Jordan Pena will come into the game. In a moment, will actually be Schenfeld who will come out, excuse me. So with Schenfeld on a yellow, it'll be Jordan Pena coming in at that left back spot. Frankie is able to continue. Lapsley, last one into the Omaha night. Nervy moments here. Here is Molina. Cleared downfield. Here's Malone. Out wide for Oteno. Conway now. Driving through. Conway gets a bit tripped up by himself maybe, as Kone trying to shield it out and does so eventually. We'll have more substitutions, this time from both teams. So it'll be Damia Villader will be coming out. Charlie Dennis is also going to come out. So it'll be Nick Firmino who will come in for Villader. As there he is right there. And meanwhile, it'll be Bedoya who will eventually come in for Tucson. Charlie Dennis, the lone goal scorer for this evening, as we have hit into stoppage time. We'll get the official word for how much stoppage time in just a moment. Meanwhile, plenty of time spent by Wallace Lapsley. We'll boot it downfield. Popped up by Barnathan. the way back for Rashid Nuhu. Here is the stoppage time, and it is a whopping 8 minutes for Omaha to come back and try and equalize. I gotta say, that probably sounds about right considering how many stoppages we've had in this game. Christian Molina. Here's Osumanu. Out wide for Souza. Osumanu. Molina. All the way now, Osumanu again, just trying to find space as Omaha, not finding much of it. Souza cutting inside. Tipped over top, taken down by Hurst. Out wide, Oteno gets past one, into the box, it's popped up, and out of play, a corner coming for the Owls. Oteno will be the one to take and looks to take quickly. 7 minutes and change left to go in this one as we've got 8 minutes of stoppage time. The ball is loose in the box and cleared away by Kalen Fox, the man who gave away the penalty just a little bit ago. Coming up big for his defensive side. Souza. Now Malone out wide for Firmino. Onto the box, flicked on, up in the air. Blast from distance! My goodness! So close to the equalizer. And what a strike from Connor Doyle. A fraction of a margin away. That ball in from Molina is popped out, and off the volley, Connor Doyle almost caught Wallace Lapsley flat-footed. It's another one of those almost chances for Omaha this evening. They've had so many of those to be able to either score, take the lead, tie the game. Just hasn't been their night here at Morrison Field. Hurst to the end line, pulls it back. Players tumble, and it will be a free kick coming for the Owls. Kevin Rodriguez confused as to why the foul was called on him. But another set piece opportunity here late for the home side. And once again, Toby Oteno will be the one to put this one in the box. Right in front of the Owls faithful. Oteno in, punched away, the chance. Skiers' shot is blocked and out for a throw. Here's Firmino. Taken away by Frankie. Molina now, and it's tripped up. Franco Perez was the one who went down. Still 4 minutes or so of stoppage time. Feels like an eternity for Tucson and their fans, I'm sure. Once again, this would be the first home loss for Union Omaha this season if this result holds. 4 minutes left to go to see that through. Would have been an opportunity for Omaha if they had won the game to claim sole possession of first place. But instead, it looks like Tucson could potentially move up into third. Forward Madison and Greenville finished 1-1, which means their point moves them to 32. Tucson, if they finish this game on top, they finish 33 and move into possession of third place and 5 points behind Union Omaha. Makes things very interesting and continues the hot run that Tucson has been on. Omaha looking to continue their torrid pace just through the course of the season. It's a bit of a tricky move there by Souza, but ends up costing his team possession. Ball Ball's back from Malone. Excuse me. Doyle calling for a handball. Nothing given as Pena. Oh, a poor giveaway here as Osumanu giving it away. The shot from the tight angle from Calistro will end up being a corner kick as Nuhu got a touch on it last. And Tucson will continue to milk this clock.
Hey, come on, man. We gotta help him here. It's obvious.
Osumanu just gets his ball caught underneath him. And if it wasn't Nuhu, it was Osumanu who got a touch on it. They'll play it close into the corner as Molina able to knock it out of play. An Omaha goal kick taken quickly. Here is Souza. Boots this one downfield, only Hurst underneath it. It's taken down by Fox, and Fox clears it downfield, but it will be an Omaha throw with just about a minute and a half left to go. As you see Jay Mims trying and begging for a new ball very quickly, while the ball is still on field, and now thrown off. Souza looking for Oteno. Finds him. Kept in play. Some good close dribbling here. I would have said that as Kevin Rodriguez has fallen down, but they managed to clear their lines. So many numbers forward for Omaha. They've left Daniel Bedoya back now. Tucson will play it smartly. Bedoya tries the curler and it'll be saved by Nuhu. Quickly restarted. Here is Molina. He fakes out one and drives forward. So many numbers back for Tucson as they look to hold out this result. Just about 30 seconds left in this game. Here's Freddy Souza. Heavy touch there by Toby Oteno. Kevin Rodriguez goes down as Tucson Bedoya plays it through for Kone. This might do it, folks. 15 seconds left on the referee's watch. It is up to his discretion to call the game. And with 10 seconds counting down, Tucson will take their time to throw this one in. Referee checking his watch. We're past the 8 minutes of stoppage time. The ball is thrown in. And that will do it. FC Tucson come on the road and score a famous 1-0 victory to Union Omaha, handing the Owls their first home loss of the season. The 7th minute penalty by Charlie Dennis. The lone goal in this one as Tucson survived the late onslaught by the Owls and move into sole possession of 3rd place in USL League One. We'll come back to wrap all of it up here on ESPN Plus. Stay tuned. Once again, the final score, FC Tucson 1-0 over Union Omaha. Back here at Morrison Stadium, where FC Tucson has come on the road and delivered Union Omaha their first home loss of the season. Let us take a look at how all of this happened through the full 90 minutes here in tonight's highlights. Very early on, it was a ball from Noah Frankie that cut across the face of goal. It was Maxi Schenfeld who put the ball in the box, but if you look right there, Freddie Souza commits a foul in the box. And Charlie Dennis puts away the lone goal of the match, his 4th goal in 2 games, giving him the tied now for the team lead in goals. And then on the other end, in the second half, Evan Conway gets taken down by Kalen Fox. It looks to be the potential game-tying opportunity that Union Omaha needed, but Damyar Viader clanks it off the post, and Wallace Lapsley manages to get his leg up and knock it out of play. And that is the story of tonight's game. You take a look at the stats, so many late chances for Union Omaha, but just 1 shot on target throughout the entire night. And that tells the story of the game. FC Tucson, a bit of a smash and grab, but they will take it into 3rd place in the USL League One standings. So for our entire crew here, Brian Sevilla, Duber Quintero, and the entire crew here on tonight's match, I am Austin David. Thank you very much for tuning in. 1-0 to FC Tucson. Thanks for watching on ESPN Plus. Have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.
advantage. What turned into a goal for Maxi Schenfeld ends up being a goal for FC Tucson anyways, but this time it's Charlie Dennis with his 4th goal in just 2 games, and we're only 7 minutes into this match. To note just for FC Tucson, Charlie Dennis is now tied for the team lead in goals. Dennis versus Nuhu. The lefty steps up and finishes. Dennis versus Nuhu. Midfield. Frankie, cross into the box, player Dennis versus Nuhu. The lefty steps up and finishes. Frankie can finish out the season. Adams now into the midfield. Overlapping run for Noah Frankie. Cross into the box, player down, and the goal is scored, but they're going to call a penalty.